Hello, fellow YouTubers. This is the Imaginator. Welcome to my review of One Piece Manga Chapter 1035. The title of this manga chapter is called Zoro versus King. The first panel I see in this chapter is basically a cover story of Germa 66 as the snail ships, well, yeah, ships that are like snails, are actually escaping or leaving the actual Whole Cake Island, a building located in Whole Cake Island, from what the description said in the cover story. So I don't know what was going on there, but it looks like I guess the German were invading it, and then apparently they decided to depart. After they successfully, I guess, eradicated one of Big Mom's territories within, Whole Cake Island. I believe, if I'm interpreting it right. If I'm not, you fellow YouTubers, can comment that down below. All right, so the chapter has like two portions. The first portion is the aftermath of Sanji and Queen's fight, and then the second portion is all of what this chapter is about, and that is Zoro and King's fight. So the first thing I came across when reading the chapter is that Sanji defeated Queen. We see Queen getting kicked out extremely far out on Onigashima, which was pretty insane. Showing how strong, Sanji's Infinite Diablo Gemmo is, or how strong he's gotten in general. Then we get to see Ome, Osomi, I believe her name is, and Sanji gave her mouse, which is named Chuji. And then we get a flashback of Sanji back when he was a kid, when he was being pretty much mistreated by his father. That he used to always, when he was in the kitchen, used to always find a mouse. Well, that one mouse that looks pretty much identical to that of Chuju, that he used to kind of befriend when he was working, when he was in the kitchen. Then Sanji collapses, and then Sanji announces the winner in the Pleasure Hall left Brain Tower. And then we finally get to Zoro versus the continuation of Zoro versus King. And Zoro basically successfully cuts off a portion of King's mask, and we finally get I finally see the reveal of King's actual appearance. And one of his men was kind of complimenting on him. Say he's got black skin, white hair, and wings. And of course, and he was 100. What was that? 100,000 million berry tip off. And he didn't take too kindly of this and used the technique called flame imperil. What was it? Flame imperil fling wing. And he kind of pretty much burned the heck out of his crewmates, which they kind of deserve. You just can't say things that say excessive things to certain people, or they're not gonna take it too kindly. They found the hard way. And then Zoro and King resumed their fight after a little dialogue between the two. And then as the fight is going, we get like another flashback of King back when Kaido and him first met. And it turns out that he was actually used as an experiment for the world government in one of the bases in a certain area. And then King frees him after, well, Kaido frees King after King was kind of convinced that will Kaido have the ability to change the world, and Kaido confidently said yes. And then his name was actually Albert, and he actually altered his name to be from Albert to King, and that's how he became known as King in the present time. And then Zoro and King do a lot more dialogue and clashes, exchanges, and apparently Zoro actually discovered that when he has his flames on, he's actually a lot more offensively powerful. His defenses is a lot more stronger. But when it's off, it actually has he's a little faster, but his defense capabilities diminishes significantly. Zoro was taunting him, saying, "Are you afraid? Why are you blocking my attacks with your fire on? Are you afraid that what I might do to you?" And then King uses his ultimate technique called the extra large Imperial Flame Wing, and then Zoro uses his strongest or newest technique called 100 and three mercies damnation, and he finally successfully slashes King, and that's pretty much the end of the chapter. Overall, I thought the chapter was great. I actually liked the balance of the action and dialogue. Well, actually, there was some dialogue in there, and I liked the actual monologue between King and Zoro. You know how they bickering, going back and forth, word exchange, and the different variety of techniques that they used too was actually very striking to me, especially Zoro's techniques that he's never showcased before um, in the past, like the damnation technique, the 103 Mercies damnation, and and it shows very showcased the immense flame power of King's techniques of the Imperial flame wing, flame flame wing, and the actual enhanced version of that too, which is like ginormous flame dragon. Which is kind of funny because Kaido was a dragon too, so I just thought that was kind of like a cool connection there. All right, so that's it for my review of One Piece Manga Chapter 1035. Hopefully, y'all enjoy. Please like the video, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe to my channel, The Imagine, for more manga chapter reviews and discussions and many more. With all that being said, fellow YouTubers, y'all all have a wonderful day.